Good morning, Terrence. This is your favorite alien speaking on Saturday, October 27th. Wow, Halloween's around the corner, huh? Here in cool Georgia. Nice cloudy and cool day in Georgia, about 40 something, maybe 50. And my friend Bub. Hey, Bub. Bub. Bubbers. Hey, Bub. Say hi to the Terrence, Bub. Well, Bub's here, just taking it easy this weekend. We wanted to do a video today and call it Blame Game. But we'll set it up as mail bombings. And you'll see what I say blame games. The Americans have a habit of saying they got the best government and the best of everything. You know, that they somehow are blessed with the best. But look at this week. It shows the worst in everything for them, doesn't it? And this is why when the Mushka attacks you guys, we don't interfere because of videos and stuff that we see from the Americans. I mean, you Europeans have it bad too, but you don't go as crazy. Even the Chinese and Russians don't go as crazy as the Americans. So here goes the video to the Americans. To the Americans, Bub and I still say you have a chance. This election, make it Bubba and Mama. And look at my other videos and see what Bubba and Mama is. But as far as to this week with the bombings that were mailed, mail bombs, well, the only ones should be responsible or shouldn't be that guy, Cesar Sadok, that they arrested. Should be everybody, from the president on down, and especially the media. You guys have a big stake in this. Especially CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. You guys, especially. 1, 2, 3. I see earlier in the year, CBS fired their head because of sexual problems, they say, Mr. Numbis. And Fox had fired Roger Ailes because of the same thing. Why don't you fire Mr. Sucker over at CNN because of being a watermelons on brains guy? I mean, can you imagine if the coverage that you gave this thing, the amount of spiel that you put out there, would have been done for, say, the World War I veterans in 1932 that put a tent city up in the National Mall, and then President Hoover asked General MacArthur to go there and stomp it with the horses. And that's exactly what they did. Those poor veterans were there protesting just like your pain in the asses, like you African Americans protest about this and protest about that, and you women go out there and yell about assaults. Well, the veterans were protesting for something that was promised to them. Bonuses from World War I. And by the way, 11/11/18 is coming up, boys. And would you guys care? No. But anyway, back to the mail bombings. So, General MacArthur took his horses and stomped over every one of them. What if the media at the time, and you had the media that you do today, can you imagine General MacArthur during World War II? Would he have been there? No. Mr. Hoover? Would he have been there? No. Because Mr. Hoover had his own problems. Remember Hooverville? You don't even talk about that, do you? Or how about if you went to 1865 and you did the surrender at Appomattox, Americans, and your media of today was there? Would that be covered the same way? Hell no. So this is what I'm saying. President Trump, you had some say in it, because you want right-wing agenda. The CNN guys want a left-wing agenda. Yet they don't cover here, like in Georgia, Stacey Abrams is very leftist, and very ironic too, like I did in my other video. How can an African American support the Democratic Party? How can you? How can you run for it? That's ironic. I mean, that's worse than ironic. That's being watermelons on brains. The party has never quite told you African Americans, oh, we're sorry that we did this to you. What do you got? Watermelons for brains because you don't even see it? I'm surprised that Mr. Rashad Ritchie here at CBS 46 hasn't commented on this. It's ironic that Stacey Abrams is running as a governor party of Georgia, a party that had Lester Maddox as governor, and other governors before him. They were very much racist. Yet you go after Megyn Kelly for making a stupid comment, and she gets fired. Well, NBC was stupid enough to pay her $20 million. But you see, this is why your rights, especially your free press, does not work and will never work. Your freedom of speech will never work. Your Second Amendment and all your down amendments will never work because you don't have quantitative things. You put them as absolutes. Until you get them right, we did in my home planet that we are now, we have guarantees. We got rid of absolutes, or as you call them, rights here, because they don't work. You have to have guarantees, and they can cover a freedom of assembly up to a certain point, a freedom up to press up to a certain point, a freedom of government up to a certain point, where the President of the United States cannot go out spieling what the President of the United States is doing. That is not allowed. So everybody here has a part in the blame game. It's not just Mr. Cesar Sajok that did the bombs. He's just a casualty. The victims? There's no victims here. The American people. They are what you two parties, the Republicans and Democrats, call our patsies, our dumbasses. We go after their votes, we get in power, and that's all we care. Come on, American people, it's about time you waked up and did something. Show these two parties that you mean business. Show the CNN, MSNBC, Fox, CBS that you mean business. Quit taking their spiel and acting accordingly, as Mr. Sajek did. Look at history. If you had today's media in the history, I mean, can you imagine Nero with today's media? Whoo, man, would that be something. So this is an alien telling you, this is why I called you guys pain in the asses, Terrans, especially Americans. And this is why you guys won't be saved in 2065, because you are a pain in the ass. Thanks.